Hi everyone, I'm Shauna and welcome to the channel. Today we are resetting the bingo board. I introduced low buy bingo last month and guys, it was so much fun. I was so jazzed about this and I really just had such a joy working on all of the prompts, all of the things up here. If you have not gone ahead and seen that video, I don't know why I said that funny, but if you haven't seen that video already, go check it out so you know all about the rules for the bingo board. There's a lot going on in this video, so I'm going to trust that you're coming into this video with the knowledge of how the bingo board works and all of that. So order of operations for this video, we are going to talk about the changes I'm going to make for the next update. I am going to go ahead and do it once a month for the next couple of months because I'm so loving this, and I think when you're really loving something and you're having fun with something, you should totally capitalize on that, and I am. So we're going to keep going for 1 month at a time. And then I already have some ideas for July. July is my birthday month, and I kind of hate being one of those people who is like, oh my god, my birthday, but I feel like that's just an opportunity to combat the birthday spending because it's my birthday spending, which I'm not a fan of and I have done all the time in the past. I also think that month it'll be extra useful to find fun things to do, like maybe without spending money, or keeping my eye on tokens to maybe pool up to use for my birthday. So I really think I might need a little extra support in July. So we're going to be doing this 1 month at a time, so expect another resetting of the board in July. What's also special in this video is that Lara from Lara Likes Mascara, she created prompts for me. So she has her own row. It's going to be Lara's row, or Lara's column, more like it. I don't know why Lara's row sounds so much nicer, but Lara's column, she has her whole column of prompts that I'm going to be doing this month. So thank you so much for Lara for picking those. And I already have them. She picked them for me a couple of days ago, and I'm going to be showing you the clip of us talking about the prompts. Seriously, thank you, Lara. One of the things I would like to do going forward, and let me know if you're interested in doing this because I would love it, and I only want to do it if you want to do it, would be to have a special guest every month. I really think it'd be fun to have subscribers pick a row every month. Let me know if you would be interested in doing that, because I would be interested in doing that. Let me know in the comments what you think about that, and if you would potentially like to pick a row, and if this is an idea that you all like, I'll set that up for next month. Also, before we get more into the meat of the video, the blank bingo template is available for you still. It's still on my Buy Me a Coffee page. It's still free. That is going to be updated with like a master list of prompts. That's one thing that you all asked for, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do it, and then I'm doing it. It's just late. So the bingo board is going to look very similar to last month. I did have different ideas that I played with, but basically what we're going to be doing is habits, creativity, books and reading, no buy, and then Lara's row. I really was thinking about having like a makeup and fashion row, but there's some fashion within the creativity, and then Lara's is kind of makeup and no buy. So I already have a handful of like makeup specific prompts. So for at least for this round, I'm not going to be doing that. So that's what it's going to look like. I'm now going to just quickly talk about how this month went, like what I finished. I'll share with you what I got with my tokens, and then I'll share with you the larger changes for next month. So quite quickly, I'm gonna move to the side. I think you can see just about everything here. I did not finish 10 books. I finished 8, which is still the best reading month I have ever had in my adult life. I am currently working through 2 books right now, one fiction and one nonfiction. So unfortunately, I did not finish 10, but I'm still so proud of how much I read this month. These 2 down here, the watercolor and calligraphy, what I noticed is that the very moment I tried to regulate my creativity, I didn't want to do it. It just did not. The thing I like about creative things is that they're creative and I get to do them when I feel like it, and trying to force myself to do things a certain number of days each month did not work well for me. So I think 10 of anything in the creative field is just too much. 10 days for other habits I think will be fine, but for other creativity elements, we're gonna stay away from that. This one down here, I think you can see, this was initially 4 vlogs a month. Basically, that was like regulating creativity. That just, it gave me so much anxiousness, honestly, and I took it out and replaced it with something that really shouldn't be on the board. That's why it's flipped over. And then the Say No to Fast Fashion for 30 days, I did end up buying something, so unfortunately I didn't meet that one. But I did actually double my sales on Etsy within like the first 10 days of the month. And what I think is just really fitting is that the order that was the one that, you know, completed that task for me was a custom order request. So that was just really special. So I did get my 1 token for doing this, and then I have 3 bingos. So I got 4 tokens this month. Okay, so here's the original bingo board. This one, I actually wrote a letter to myself. This was one of the most amazing things I did this month. I wrote a letter to my past self, forgiving myself for things, and it was just amazing. Highly recommend this. At Try a Survey Site, I hated these. I actually found an app called Winwalk, which I felt was in the spirit of this, and you basically get coins for all the steps that you walk, which you can turn into gift cards for Amazon, Walmart, Starbucks, available in Canada and the US. Love this. The passion project video that I did was about art journaling on my second channel. Did this. So there was 2 books I had for this. One of them I got in, which is Verity, came in the last 2 days of the month. There's still one more that I'm waiting for, but since the month is done, I'm still waiting, and I still feel like I'm going to accomplish this. I can take this off. Self-explanatory, drop off donations. Instead, what I decided to do, I was intending to do this, but I actually heard from Lara about a clothing swap. So I packed up all the clothing I want to take there, which was most things. And whenever the next clothing swap is, they're all ready to go. And I think that's way better than dropping off as donations. Self-explanatory. Oh, this one, it should be 30 days. We still Gucci on that. Write a short story romanticizing my life. I'm actually going to leave this one up because it was checked off, because instead what I did was I created a alter ego. I'm having some fun with that. And I think I still want to do the initial one, but what I did was in the vein of this, and I felt like it embodied the spirit. I did this, went strong, even got in a 3rd watering. I have some of my plants that are freaking thriving. Okay, so for BIPOC rep, I read Queenie. Wasn't a huge fan because it was kind of sad, but I did read that. Feels Like Spring, I read Meet Me at the Little Cafe in Copenhagen. Great book. No, this one I read. This one was the Cafe in Copenhagen, and then this one was the tea shop in Tokyo. So for this one, I read Kim Jong, born 1982. A really, really amazing book that gives a really honest portrayal about the role of women and expectations on women for those, you know, growing up in the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. So really proud of how this went. And one of the things I'm going to be doing for next month, one of the changes is that for anything that's like, do this 10 times, or even there's a couple of ones that might be picked just depending on the item. Like one of the ones I'm recalling off the top of my head is I had a meal prep for 3 weeks. That I think is going to be too much. And so if I encounter any of those, I'll, you know, adjust as we go to maybe, let's say, every other week. I initially thought I would do this for 2 months, but I did know that I want to have the first bingo round be, you know, just 30 days. But since I'm kind of into the 30-day thing for the next couple of months, that's going to be the new standard, which does mean that some of the prompts do have to be adjusted. And when I have a 30-day framework in mind, I really want to have more one-off like projects or one-off things, or, you know, things that don't require a super long time commitment for me, because either I'm having to double or triple up on habits, which is just really overwhelming, or some of them have to wait and then I don't do them, or I just feel anxious about just having too much all at once and really wanting to complete it all. And I want it to be fun. So I'm going to lower the threshold for some of the habits and hopefully have a better mix of one-off things, or, you know, something you might do a couple of times versus something that you're doing 7, 10, 12, 14 times. That's number one. And then number two, I totally took off the work one. Not a fan of that, in part because I have a lot of ideas I want to do in like the creative category, things I want to do, things I want to launch that I just don't necessarily want to talk about. So it's hard to make a public board about things you want to keep private. That was just a bad idea on my part. I really want to keep my creative projects fun. And what I think helps keep the Low Buy Bingo fun is, yes, doing things that like are good for me that I want to do already. Putting like work related stuff in there doesn't necessarily feel, it's just not in the same vein. So we're taking out that whole category. I do have some new prompts that are going to be in, and I still have the ones I created last month. There are going to be a handful of the ones that I've completed that are going to go back in and are eligible to be put up again. And just as an example, something like, you know, no TV after 8, I really like that one. So if I got it again this month, it's totally fine with me. With my 4 prompts, I placed 2 orders. Just the price of these things was around $65 total. So I'm actually counting this as 3 tokens, and I do currently have 1 left over that I'm going to be saving for next month. I placed 2 orders, and the first one was an order from NYX. I already had 2 products in mind that I wanted to get from them. Then they were having a 20% off sale on top of that. And then I had a coupon code on top of that. So this was like a really great deal. And even better, I went in with products in mind. The first thing I got is the Marshmallow Primer. I watched so many reviews on this, and I really think I'm gonna like it. I'm just so excited about this. I did get a chance to try this and swatch this in store, and that's also what affirmed my belief that this is going to be a really great primer. The other thing that I went onto NYX's website for, I'm almost out of my brow gel, and I had heard really fabulous reviews about this one. This is the Stick It brow gel. I do have it in my eyebrows today. They are looking really great. The first use of this was a little bit dry, but the second use, like on the second eyebrow, was really great. Here's what it looks like. And then here's the color that I got. A little bit of a better, it's a really similar color actually to the boy brow. And this was like, I think this is like $14 regular price, and I did get it on sale. Guys, like my brows are freaking like laminated on my face. Amazing. My skin type has changed to a more normal skin type, and there's 2 foundations that I was really looking at to purchase. One is from L'Oreal, which is the Fresh Wear foundation, which I might still purchase sometime in the future because I do have a gift card for Shoppers Drug Mart, so I can, you know, go and buy that at any time. But the other one I was looking at is this, the NYX Born to Glow foundation. I'm wearing it today, and my skin looks fucking incredible. I was blown away as to how amazing my skin looked with this. I'm like so jazzed. It's one of those things where I'm like, holy shit, my skin looks great. And honestly, I woke up with dry patches, and you can kind of feel one right here, but you can't see it on my face. I think right here you can see that my bronzer was a little bit patchy because I didn't quite set this down all that much up here. So there's some learning with this. Oh my God. I don't want to, okay, we have to move on. Amazing. I love it. Okay. The next thing came free in the order. It's the High Glass Finishing Powder. I am looking for a new powder as well. This is it's almost verging on a highlight. Yeah, there we go. I do have it on top. I did lightly set everything, and it just looks really pretty. Okay, this order honestly is, I'm loving it so far. These 4 items were really 3, cost me $33 and change. So basically breaks down to about $10. an item. The next thing that I got was also, it was 32 and change. So I think, you know, seeing as both of these are like $32, $33, I think it's fair to count this as 3 tokens. I'm a little nervous to share this online, but I'm being honest. I got this. This is the Good Karma Tarot set. I have been looking into tarot cards since January. I have been watching, at this point, dozens of videos. And this is the set that I stumbled on, or decided on, not stumbled on. I've also been looking at tarot decks for 2 months now, and I finally decided this is the play for it. I haven't opened it. Again, it came this morning. I'm really excited about this. Again, this is not like a review video, so this is just a really quick what I got. So now it's time to reset the board and repick the prompts. Let's go do it. Also, this was the bonus prompt. That was like, if you hit this space, then you get it. And now I'm unveiling it. I didn't know what it was. It is plus 1 token. So I get to have another bonus token. Yay. Okay, we are sitting on the floor because we have a lot of, all the piles are made. I think this is just the easiest way. So first up, this is the books. For this category, and what you might actually see throughout, is that I have written on the back of some of the prompts with new ones. So as an example, you might see some that look like this, because this was an old prompt that is like basically done and won't be used again. And then on the inside, I have, you know, a new one. So for the book prompts, we're only going to be picking 3 because June is Pride Month, so I already have LGBTQ rep on the board. I also have a prompt for Whatever-a-thon on the bingo board, which you'll see. I am doing Whatever-a-thon this month, which is the readathon for Book Browsing Blog, the one who this whole bingo board is inspired by, and I've, you know, signed up for that, doing all of that, and there's a whole bunch of reading prompts and things associated with that. So completing Whatever-a-thon and my goals associated with that is a huge goal of mine this month, and that's on the board. Also, as a refresh, each category has subscriber choice, free choice, and a repick and replace. So let's see what this one is. A small town book. I feel like this will be great for the summer. A great choice. Oh, this one, okay. A classic? Okay, this kind of scares me a lot. We're gonna try. We're gonna try our best. I'm not looking because I can see some of them. What is this? Oh, here, a BookTube favorite book. This is a great one. So we have our first 3 prompts. These are really good. I'm really excited about this. Next, we'll do creative next. We're picking for the creative section. What is this? Get glam on a day at home. I love that. Okay. It's number 1. What is in here? Oh, okay. Make a 2-page collage in my art journal. So when we talk about journaling prompts, this is the kind of thing that I'm here for. It's like a one-time. I could do it any time of the month when I'm feeling like it. Okay, so ready to pick? My eyes are closed. Can we see my eyes are closed? Okay, what's this one? Free choice. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna wait till the end. That's exciting. My eyes are closed again. Feeling like this one's lucky. What is it? Try a floral themed style week. Interesting. One more. Okay, this one is learn graphic doodling. That I think is interesting. Yay. Now the fifth one. I get to pick whatever I want. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. This is cheating a little bit. So, I'm gonna set up my planner. That's what I think is a really great one. I went to, so this is a Try Floral themed style week. I actually have very few floral things in my closet, even just everything, shoes, pants. I have two things. I have a floral dress and a floral pair of shoes, actually, and one blouse. So what I think might be a little bit more fun is to create a French theme style week. So I think that's a good swap. So we'll do that one. Now that I'm thinking about it, like, why would I put in Try a Floral Style Week? I should find that one and take it out, because I think I thought that I owned more floral stuff, but I just took out my summer wardrobe and I don't. All right, now we're gonna pick the habits. We only need 4. Grow and pot my green onions. I have been meaning to repot my green onions for a long time, so that's 1. Oh my god, get my license renewed. I have been putting, this one is embarrassing. I just called myself out. My license has been expired for a long time. Oh my god, the universe is telling me something. Since we only have 4 to pick from this month, let's make it good. Okay, 4K run outside. I'm gonna do this as 5K because last summer I was running about 3K, and I've been running at the gym more regularly, and I'm currently I did go for 1 run so far, and I ran 4.3K. So we're gonna say run 5K outside. That one is probably one that can be done closer to the end of the month, like there's going to be some build up. I think that's a great one. Okay, last one. Which one? This one. Okay, 20-minute clean times 7. I think this one, I don't think it's as good as it is. I typically like to do these before bed. Do I pick one more? Because I'm being so ambitious with this free space. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna pick one more. I feel like I should just do it. Pick 5 and not have the free space. Okay. Okay, let's do this one. Okay, make bed. I think this is a perfect one. The last one is like no buy finances kind of thing. What is this? Okay, this one, I feel like I should rewrite this. Feeling spendy, journal and wait 24 hours. So I think, or for this one, it's when I'm feeling like I really want to buy something, whether it's like an emotional spend or something of that nature, just journal about it. And that will be like the release, or that's the hope. Okay, so this one is a no buy journal reflection times 8. I think this one is doable. It's 2 times a week in essence. Cancel a membership for 30 days. I have one in mind. I did unsubscribe to just about everything, and I only have 2 subscriptions left. Okay. What is this one? Okay, this one is 13,000 coins on Winwalk. That will get you a gift card somewhere. So I think that's going to be a great goal for the month. One more. Okay, repick one. I get to repick. So I'll pick one more, and then at the end, I'll get to repick whichever one. Okay, free choice. Okay, so for my free choice, I'm gonna use my no buy checklist for 60% of purchases, and then the repick, I'm gonna repick the cancel my memberships because I think. Okay, which one I'm gonna keep this one, and I'm actually gonna can't switch this one because this one feels the most similar to one that I already have. Or actually, no, I'm gonna keep this one because this one has more and this one is similar and this is just a one-off, so we'll put that one in. I'm gonna keep out the repick and then the free choice, and okay, go to the thrift store before buying new. I think this is a great one. So we have our 5. And what I think we're gonna do for a bonus pick, because I'm all about that, I don't have a goal like last time. And so what I think I'm gonna do is this one, use things within 1 week of buying or return. And I think maybe we could say use or try on, something like that, and this will be the bonus. So if I do this for majority of things, majority of purchases, and we'll say majority as 60, 70, we'll say 70% of my purchases, or should I do 100? Okay, we'll do 80%. So if I buy 10 things, if I make 10 purchases, 8 of the 10, so 80%, use within 1 week of buying or return it. So if I do this one thing regularly every month, or this month, then we'll get a bonus. I think that's fair. And these were the repick and replace in the free choice.
Okay, so I think I have 6 just in case there's 1 or 2 you don't like, putting a couple extra out there. And then some of them can kind of be modified. So we can talk through it, but whatever you feel like works best for you. Okay. So first, I sort of mentioned this to you before we started recording, but in terms of using products that you use usually, but in very particular ways, I think it would be fun to use them in different ways. So 2 potential versions of this. One is use one product 5 days in a row in a way that you don't usually do, or 5 days that you put makeup on in a row. And then a similar one, use 5 different products in one day on your face in ways that you usually don't. And then the next one, kind of similar. I feel like we both are big fans of blush and also eyeshadow, but just like more generally blush. So one particular way is using 3 different blushes as eyeshadows. I don't know if you do this often, but like, especially if they're different consistency, like powder or cream, or if they're different colors, like if you have an orange one, a pink one, and then more of like a red or burgundy wine colored one, using those as eyeshadow. Yeah, okay, this next one is more related to low buy, no buy stuff. Choose 3 different makeup accounts that you feel aren't helpful or aren't enabling your low buy and unfollow them. I was thinking Instagram, but I don't know, like, I think that depends on where you feel like it would be more helpful. I think for me, yeah, like Instagram is, I follow some makeup accounts on there and I don't follow any makeup accounts or anyone who's like not enabling my low buy on YouTube. I think Instagram is more the place where I'm like, ooh, I want that product, I want that product, but it may be different for you. Right. Yeah, I totally get what you mean. I do think it's different with makeup and fashion because like there's just so much more. If to an extent you do need like different products, especially eyeshadows, but for the rest of the face, it's like pretty much difficult for like at least other people to tell if you're using different products. But clothing is just much more obvious. There was this very particular outfit, or I guess more like vibe that I wanted to emulate, just like the athleisure look where you're wearing like a loose white like blouse or like collared shirt and then like biker shorts and like a crop top. And I was always like, damn, like I love that look. I want to try that. But I did not have any shirts like that. Like I mean, this is like the closest I had. I did get one last week, so that's why I'm thinking of this. Um, but I like could not do that exact outfit. And it's not really the same with makeup. Like you can't emulate an exact makeup look, but you can get a lot closer than you can with a clothing item you don't have. This next one. So I know you did or you have been doing declutters lately, but I'm sure you always have things in the back of your mind that you're like, oh, like, should I get rid of this? I don't really like it. So the next one is to use your least favorite product or, something you're thinking about decluttering 2 times in 1 week. Yeah, for any of these, like, feel free to, if you can, like, make them clothing related. And if you don't wear them, it's a sign. Okay, and then the last one, or kind of last two, is to follow along. This is makeup, but I think you could apply it to clothing as well. Follow along a makeup tutorial, like a YouTube makeup tutorial or a Pinterest look. And I think it would be interesting to do this watching someone who has a palette that you have, like let's say you have the Naked 2 or something, like following along the Naked 2, but also if it's a palette that you really want, and then trying to like recreate it yourself with a palette you don't have and seeing if you're able to emulate a similar look. And with clothing, like try to recreate an outfit even if you don't have the exact pieces.
So you've seen everything. You heard Lara and her prompts. Hers are right here. They're like the cutest, nicest little ones. My scissors are in the back of my boyfriend's car for whatever reason. So some of these need a little bit of a trim. I did make a 5K run outside. So that's the video. I'm so excited to start another month of Low Buy Bingo with y'all. And I took this off the board. Write a short story romanticizing my life because I was just really excited about the ones that we already have up there. And if I feel so inclined, I can still do this. I don't need it to be in the game to do it, which I did want to do anyways. Okay, so editing Shonda here. I am editing back the video and I was just out for a walk before that. And I realized that my prompt about get the 13,000 coins on Windwalk, I realized that would be impossible to do in 1 month. It's like 100 coins for every 1,000 steps. If you walked 10,000 steps a day, that's 100 coins a day. Times 7, that's 700 coins a week. So the most you could get would be like 20, I would say, even if I walked more than 10,000 steps a day, you can't max out at that. So the most you could get would be 2,800 coins, which is not even a third. So I repicked at random, and the new prompt is this: find a new channel that supports my no buy. So that's the video. Thank you so much for watching and being here today with me. I would love to hear how your low buy bingos went and what you did. I would love to hear all about it in the comments. And as well, again, you can tag me on Instagram if you create your own bingo board, bingo card. I would love to hear about it. And I'd also love to hear about your board reset. if you're resetting it or if you're starting for the first time. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again around here soon. Bye.